right lane to merge onto North Freeway Road, then use the middle lane to turn right onto West Prince Road. At the light, turn right onto West Prince Road. At the next light, turn left.
Next light, turn left.
At the light, turn left onto North Runway Drive. In half a mile, turn right onto West Gardner Street, West Gardner Lane. Turn right onto West Gardner Street, West Gardner Lane.
I'm gonna see what's Let's see if he got back to me.
In 1,000 feet, turn left onto North La Chala Boulevard.
Chala. 6 minutes out. He's in this general area up here.
Turn left onto North La Chala Boulevard.
This is that route that Annie was asking about when it meets La Chala to like Roller Coaster Road, the general area. River Road, La Chala. Getting towards the Catalina foothills. Let's see, Alex.
next light, use the second from the left lane to turn left. At the light, turn left onto West River Road. Then you'll take your first right into the parking lot.
All right, I just texted them. This was the last location they were at. La Chalan River. Yes, sir.
I'm going to turn on speaker. So I sent you a screenshot. We're right here in the shopping center right now. We drove the route and he posted on social media when this all first broke down.
Yeah.
And Mika was like impossible spots to search. We found one good spot to search. So we marked that, and now Mika's trying to.
Hey, everybody.
Are you in the Bashir's parking lot of McDonald's? Is there a Burger King? Or is it on River? Where's the Burger King?
Living my best life. Where have you been? It's good to see
on the
you.
right side of La Chola or the left side of La Chola?
I just suffered from a 14
Okay.
hour
All right. I'm like here. So.
Jim Bob, what is
All right.
going
I
on?
think I know where it's at. I think. Burger King. All right. See you soon. Bye-bye.
I've just been dealing with a cold.
There's a Burger King around here.
Finally got it. Hello, beautiful Florida Mama Bear. I'm going to do
Burger King is, but
a craft about 4:30. Well, 4:30 my time. Shoot, that's almost 8:30 y'all's time. But I did it for later because I'm
Turn
Ray's
right
going
into
to
the
bring
parking
me
lot.
soup.
Then your destination will be on the right.
Kelly can't make it. Today's her mom. Something going on with her mom. It's her birthday, so they'll let me know more later. But I hope everything is good.
get your flame broiled burgers at Burger King.
Burger sounds good. I just don't
Burger King. Where you at Burger King?
I felt like everyone was out to get me. Oh my goodness. Nobody's out to get you, Jabba. That's an ugly feeling, though, huh?
Burger King.
When you feel like that, just lay down in a dark area for a while and take a deep breath
Have it your way.
and not think about it.
At Burger
It feels so much better.
I see.
That's what I do with my anxiety.
Burger King. All right. Yeah, it's going live just to get up to. Burger King. Have it your way.
Brother, can you have it your way? But I'm glad you're here, Jim Bob. We always like your company. But yeah, try it. It does help.
What's going on?
JLR.
How are you?
So I'll show you right now.
I'm going to finish getting my water for my coffee out of the other room. The bear is here for you. The bear's got your back, Jim Bob. So I'll be right back, guys. Hang in there. I wanted to get this started, and of course I fell asleep. And,
So JLR, the one out.
We'll watch some JLR. I'll be
You know
right
this
back.
area's been searched already by YouTubers? By YouTubers or anybody? Where East River runs around and crosses the thing? The
At
wash?
Alvaron?
Yeah.
Not on East River and Alvaron.
Okay, so I think we're gonna go right there and search.
Okay, yeah, that's when Alvaron turns in East River and turns into Tucson. Yeah, that's the deal.
Because if you go down Camino Real, where all those cars were seen at, you can go all the way down and make a left on the river, and that wraps you all the way around, and you only go past 2 stoplights. There's almost no cameras at all.
Okay.
So,
Yeah. All right. So you just want to park over there or something?
yeah, I think we're gonna park and get out and walk. I'm gonna leave town in like an hour, a little over an hour, and head back home. And I'm gonna go home for about 4 or 5 days, and I'll come back out. But
Okay. I'll follow you guys over.
for sure. Yeah, I don't.
You see me rolling. So he's basically going where Alvaron and East River. He's asking if that area got searched, and I do not believe so. Maybe Jim was there looking around. I gotta catch up to him. Maybe Jim was up there one time. Possibly. La Canada. La Canada. La Canada. Yeah, Tucson is a interesting space. The people are very, very nice. right, we made it to Oracle and River. Oracle and River. All right, we're still here. We still got a lot of people in the chat. Hello, everyone. JLR Investigates. So, feeding the homeless, handing out flyers, and do a little searching, public awareness to Nancy. We haven't done any call-ins or anything today. Maybe we do, maybe we don't. This is Easter weekend, and anything could pop off at any given time with this case. I mean, it's still an open case. We don't even have anything on the perp right now. Waiting for that. Boom! Here he is. We're in arrest. We're looking, all points bulletin for certain. Someone, something. This is day 63 in the case of Nancy Guthrie. We're out here, still talking about it, still centered around this case. We're doing other things while we're here, but we're still talking about it. That's important. Getting her name out there, maybe some eyeballs, maybe somebody sees something, maybe somebody clicks on the internet for the first time and sees an image and the perp says, hey, that looks like so-and-so, so-and-so. I know who that person is. That walk looks like somebody. The eyes look like somebody. The outfit. I remember this person with this outfit. Something to, get that, make this case propel, fast forward, nail the perp, catch him in the act. Guess we're going down in the river. I'm game to walk down the river today. The dried up river. There's no rivers around here. They're dried up. Dried up rivers. Have a blessed Easter, everyone. Just saying hello. 1972. Denise. Manchester, UK. Hey, UK. Where are you, UK? Catching up to Dad's going live. We're going to Via Entrada. This road here on the left actually takes you up to Nancy's home. Via Entrada. This is another way the perp could have escaped. Well, we don't know yet how the perp got the heck out of there. We still don't know. Via Entrada. Whoa, right in front of me. Nice. Power move. What's the power move? Via Entrada. What's the move? Almost there.
How is everybody doing? Hi, Brooks. How are you? Right? Yeah, I don't have depression, but I have some severe anxiety. We're gonna do a wrap out of a hunk of wood. I got my block of wood, got me some wire, got me some little pink and white checkered ribbon, and some paint. It's me now, but I got everything I need. Make a little rabbit. Poor dog, she's been so chill today with me because she knows I don't feel good. She wants to play ball all day, but I just haven't felt up. Yeah, try to clear my mind. There you go. Thank you. Want the ground? Carmen,
Almost there.
uh,
Kimberly Albertson. 1030. Happy Easter to you, too. JLR strong. JLR Army strong. JLR Army.
bought me a new charger phone for my memories phone.
All right, we're made it here to the spot, so I think we're probably going to turn in here, probably in the right somewhere.
First, I bought a pink one, so it's for my
See
new
where he wants
phone
to go.
and my own. One of my own phones.
All right, let's turn in left. Yeah, we can park over here. Lots of places to park. I think. Oh, turn around. Going in here, going to the left. He said parking. Fenton Memorial Park. Isabella Allen. JLR, did you get my email with the images? There are more images. That's how Savannah knows what her mother was wearing when she left. Isabella, I did not, but let me screenshot this in a bit. I'll check the email. Thanks for reaching out. So I screenshot this. Isabella, hopefully the email's under your name. And if it is, I will see it for sure. I will see it. I'd like to know how she knows what she was wearing. Pajamas. All right, what's Dad's doing? Dad's is going to park right here.
Okay.
Looks like we're parked right here. No? So we're just going to park right here. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it. Do it. Do it. Let's do it. Right? Black Eyed Peas. Let's do it. Let's take a walk on the wild side.
What's up, bud?
Good, sir. How are you?
So we're driving the area, trying to see what like areas don't have cameras,
Mm-hmm.
and he feels more comfortable with this bridge right here.
Let's take a look.
User ID.
Hold on, Isabella, send that email over, and I'll check now, and maybe we can have an idea what the pajamas looks like. If you send something about pajamas, let me see. Let me get the email. Re-forward it over, Isabella. So we can know what we're looking at.
Across the bridge and look down.
Somebody said I'm being told that those images are AI with the pajamas. The people are trying to send me pajamas, but some people are saying their images are fake out there of the pajamas.
No stopping, standing, or so you young guys could do that.
Yeah. Oh, I'm almost can't do it. I don't got fast twitch anymore. See, at the end of the day, all these washes end up in here.
So see what you do. See what somebody done, right? You do what's called a figure 8. Start straight down here. Left again, to your right. This way you cover the entire area. You know what I'm saying? Especially if there's water involved as well, if you're looking for a floater. Toss a body off a pitch, the body is not going to stay where you toss it. Even if there's a hint of current, right? The body will sink, and then depending on release of gases, the increase of gases, that's going to determine when they're going to come up to the surface. In Florida, it's about a second day and a half to 2 days. Body will start to surface. Once those gases start to dissipate because of decomposition, the body will start to go down again. That's why it's critical to.
Isn't there like 2 float cycles?
What's that?
Are there like 2 float cycles for a body?
I've never heard of 2.
I don't know when the last time there was water in here. Yeah. But like in a perp perspective, right? Like the perp got Nancy in the vehicle and he wants to dispose of a body. How, if it's one perp or even 2, how far are they willing to go away from their vehicle by dragging a body or carrying it? I mean, it's not far, right?
No, less than 30 feet off the road is statistically, it's 10 to 30 feet, right? Because you're just not going to park on the side of the road, pick this body up, even if you have a second person,
and carry it far.
Tramp it through the woods.
It's heavy.
Yeah.
It's too risky, right?
Yeah. You're going to find that first bush and toss it on the reverse side so that if people are walking, when people search, God bless them because they're wanting to help. But a lot of people are just going to walk along the road right on the edge and look, right? You've got to get
50 feet,
maybe 40 feet, and also look this way, right? Because if they toss the body on the
opposite side of a tree or something like that, you're not going to see it.
You're not gonna see it,
Yeah.
and that's their purpose too, to try to hide it behind a tree on the road.
Yeah.
Okay, so a perp disposing a body in a car, in a vehicle. How far are they willing to drive with a body in their car?
That's what we were discussing, right? So nationwide, statistically, let's say your suspect lives in Phoenix, right? And he works for a business where he had to do maintenance at Nancy's house, right? He ends up finding out who she is. He develops a infatuation with Savannah. He decides, I know I can't have Savannah. She's in New York. What's the closest way to have a relationship with Savannah, right? Her mom's the target. He may have known about Annie also, but Annie's married, she's younger. She might put up more of a fight, right? So Nancy is the easy target.
Weakest link.
So the abduction takes place. Let's say she passes. Now, Phoenix from Nancy's house is about a little over 100 miles. Right? Statistically, I'm not saying this is 100% fact, but statistically, they're not going to move the body more than 8 to 10 miles away from the victim's home. Okay? If the perp lived closer within that 20-mile radius, what they may do is drive that few miles extra, 10, 11, 12 miles, from the house, because now it's closer to him.
Mm-hmm.
So every day, even if he's at work, he could still drive by, know where that body is, and still be in control of it.
So basically, the perp could technically drive past the body every day, and if he sees no police activity, he knows he's safe for now, kind of in a sense.
Not only safe, but he's fulfilling his fantasy.
Okay.
Because as long as he has Nancy, he has Savannah.
Where is it? That's the question. Where is it? North, south, east, west of Nancy's. Which way? My mind's thinking, once you cross River Road, you're in Tucson. You're in Orwellian society. Cameras, surveillance, people, homeless people see.
It seems like almost any way you leave Nancy's, you're eventually going through a gauntlet of cameras and heavy traffic lights.
Once you get that Skyline, Oracle, River, Campbell. Within that neighborhood, no. That's why when they originally had Luke Daly, Luke was in that neighborhood. He lives within there. So it made sense to me at the beginning stages, like, holy smokes. The reason why we didn't see surveillance is because he lived in the neighborhood, but it ended up not being him or whatever at this point. But he was within that where you wouldn't be seen leaving on a street cam or anything like that. It'd be very hard to get on Ring because of the nighttime thing. But once you expand out, it's not just that these cameras apparently don't work. Or the flock, some are run by the DOT, some are run by Pima County.
I was told a rumor that possibly the cameras were voted out.
Yes, that was true.
So
years back, they're not recording. But there's so many other businesses.
So, but I will tell you, I think I mentioned this to you before. So the I-10 corridor, it's the most used human smuggling and drug smuggling corridor in the entire country.
Absolutely.
The interstates do have
which would make sense.
Ordinance or.
But that would explain why we found those human smuggling drop-off locations. We found 2 different locations with all kinds of carpet shoes and children's camo clothing.
Oh yeah.
That was discarded.
Yeah, smugglers. That's gotaways.
Human smugglers.
Yeah, that's gotaways.
Children.
So yeah, they have knee pads, they have booties, and now where was this at?
The Split, north of Oro Valley.
where
Okay,
the,
yeah, they actually
government-
like, for instance, there's a Gila Bend, which is west of Phoenix.
Yeah.
He's coming through the border and actually navigate all the way up to Gila Bend, which is 70 miles to the north. But they take these smuggling routes. They take washes. They take, and they're dressed in all camouflage and backpacks. They do it in Cochise County down there. Cochise County on the other side of Miracle Valley and Bisbee. They do the same thing. They navigate and work their way up to either to Phoenix or sometimes here, and then move from there, and get picked up. But they're willing to trek 100 miles to
And
not
we're
be caught.
We're like what, 60, 70 miles from the border?
Yeah,
right
we're
here?
within that. Yeah.
So that's just hiking distance for them to get picked up.
Mhm. Yeah, I've done lots of border coverage and found the knee pads, the booties, the backpacks, the camouflage pants, water bottles.
Well, remember when we were there in Eagle Pass?
Yeah.
And they I don't know if it was staged or what, but as soon as CNN came out to do that article, Border Patrol showed up.
Oh yeah, I remember
and
that.
they had all those kids and the family showing up.
That was weird.
That looked so staged
That
to
was
me.
the weirdest thing I've ever seen in my life. They were just staged at the wall.
Yeah, it was like the
It was-
moment that the news showed up to link up with Border Patrol and
Hi, Miriam.
the
There
National
was
Guard.
CNN correspondent Rosa
Searching
Flores
you, my
there,
dear.
and they had a bunch of kids lined up on the wall, and we're
Out of
like, "This
nowhere.
is a photo op." It was
Hi,
bizarre.
Anna.
It was bizarre
Jesus loves you too.
because there's no way because the park was so secure.
Jesus
Where they come
loves us all.
And every time there was like at that section, there's somebody in the water. National Guard was around.
think
Remember,
you're
they're
crazy,
taking them back.
Bob.
Yes.
Don't let anybody think you aren't.
Okay, so what about what is it risky for a perp if a body pulling over the side of the bridge and just throwing it over?
Is it risky?
I mean, would they do that? Would they?
Not being familiar with this area,
On my
I don't
new
know.
phone,
Supposedly,
I only have to carry one
3,
phone.
4 o'clock in the morning, there's hardly any cars
Yeah.
on this road.
So,
I don't think
Take
somebody
the
would
word.
take a chance
date today.
in doing it here.
Tomorrow.
Because even one vehicle or
Yeah, today's.
one cop driving by, if the car's on the side
You're
of the
done.
road, they're gonna light it up and
Yeah.
just find out if the person's okay or whatever. If your trunk is open up or the side door of your van's open up,
That's how the Atlanta serial killer got caught. Remember the African American Atlanta serial killer Williams? I think his name was Wayne Williams or Williams. He was caught throwing something off a body off the bridge. You know his name? The Atlanta serial killer guy. Like got caught on there, but you don't really hear. But
and just like back home at like the Skyway Bridge,
oh yeah,
you know, they got cameras.
oh yeah,
all
they
over
got
that
cameras.
place.
Yeah.
Never know.
Plus they got netting now too.
Yeah,
Um,
you can't stop there for 1 minute without FHP rolling.
yeah, I gotta figure out what this new number is. Oh yeah, he showed me.
We were at Wayne Williams. Yeah, Wayne Williams. He got caught throwing a body off a bridge.
With it. Shit. My other account.
But Nico, at this point, 63 days, it would be just clothing, correct?
I mean, I don't. What was the temperature here? And
It was it
Got up like
it,
5.
it was 70 around the time,
okay,
and then at one point it got up over 100, about 100. Now pulled back down to
what was the constant though? Maybe 70, and then at nighttime in the 40s or
40s. Yeah, the mornings it would be cold. You could almost catch your breath. Then it would shoot up to about 80, 70, 80, and then it shot up to about 90 to 100, and lows in the low 60s. But we also only had 15% humidity. Humidity's not much high.
yeah. So again, not knowing and obviously working here, it would be. I think it would be close to clothing, but I still think there would be some remains outside of the home. But then you also have to take into consideration
Wildlife,
Animal.
yeah.
animal activity.
Which they're heavy around here. These coyotes run around down here. I've seen them down here over there on River and Campbell. See, I try to put myself in a perp's mind, like a criminal mind, and the problem is, man, I'm not jiving the timeline because the timeline has been all types of said different things. You know, I don't know what to believe as far as the timeline. But what we do know is if it did in fact happen at 2:30 a.m., you got about 4 hours of light.
You got that, right? Yeah. Is he awake? So that would be a good source of information, right? If bridges where homeless sleep, those stay, that's basically their home. So if they're there constantly, they know who else is coming out there. They know, who else is coming out to either sell dope or to give them food or what have you. So if you were looking for a particular individual driving a particular vehicle with a particular description, they'd be able to provide that information. Yeah. And we would definitely hook them up with money and stuff like that.
If you look to the left, it looks like there's a tunnel over there. There's something there. And if you look straight down to your right by that tree, there's two slippers down there on the ground.
Hello. Anybody here? There's all types of clothes around here. Like, ugh. Clothing. Hello? Anybody out here? The manhunt continues.
Excuse me.
See, the thing about this though is you got like literally he can't there's no parking lot here, you know what I mean? There's no parking lot around here, you know? Like so one woman told me at the beginning, the first day, large police presence was at First Avenue in Orange Grove up to Ina, a quarter mile to the left, a quarter mile south on from Ina on First. There's a big parking lot there and then a gigantic wash. And it's like a dirt thing you can pull over. I did a live there and it's just a giant area and they were like, uh-oh. Hey, that like I didn't see no parking sign. Yeah, I'm moving. Yeah, I saw. I was like, holy crap. Oh, really? No. We're just out here covering Nancy Guthrie and stuff. I'll move my car. Cool. Okay.
He said we got like 5 minutes. We're good. We can walk the rest and we'll be out here.
Yeah, I saw the lights.
We're almost done anyways. Yeah, Jacob Davidson.
It's about how it sounds.
Yep, just like Harley Davidson.
They call me JLR. Thank you. I'll move the car now.
Appreciate it.
You're welcome. Somebody called and said there's people dressed in black walking down the wash.
Lord.
The call. He said somebody dressed in black was going down the wash. And I looked around. I was like, "Holy smokes!" Lights. It's over like no parking, but it doesn't say no parking. Oh, he's dressed in black. Dad's Gone Live is dressed in all black. Dad's Gone Live is dressed in all black. Oh no. They're asking him because he wasn't concerned about my name. He was concerned about Jacob. Oh no, because he's dressed in all black. Look, he's literally dressed in all black. Somebody reported Jacob. Maybe, I don't know. I'm gonna go over here. So he's like, "What's your name?" But when I said I'm JLR, you weren't even concerned about me. It's weird. Men in black, suspicious people. I'm not even wearing any black sleeves. I'm wearing a gray shirt. All right, let me just wait here for them. I don't know if you can park there or whatever. We'll just wait. We'll wait. I think somebody called in and said suspicious man dressed in black going in washes. No, it doesn't say no parking on that thing. It says no parking up on the bridge. We'll go before the bridge. To be safe though. Move. All right, so we'll wait. I'm just gonna let them know I'm in the parking lot. Matter of fact, I should just park and go back. Oh, there. I think they're literally running Jacob's name. I am in the parking lot. Somebody said I called the cops. Somebody called the cops on Jacob. They're walking. They're leaving. Let me just ask. Let me call. Go back here. Seven called him. He was wearing all black. Ted found Rio Rico.
I got it. Okay, now I'm there. Yay.
Crazy.
Okay, that's another one done on my phone. Hey, Lux. Yes, he did. Nope, ain't happening.
I'll talk to Chief.
Okay.
Oh, let's just turn it around.
Figure out what his phone number is. Oops.
Did they call something on you?
What?
Did they call on you or something? Dressed
Men in black.
Men in Black.
So they said that 2 vehicles full of men in black parked right there, gone out and went in the wash. Men dressed in all black.
somebody could get in trouble for making prank calls like that.
Yeah, and then they're wanting to run our information.
Yeah.
And I told them, I said, honestly, like, if you're gonna give me a ticket for no parking, I'll gladly sign it. Like, that's understandable. Run my information, run it over the radio. I'd rather not, because with the YouTube stuff, people are trying to dox us all the time, and sometimes you guys play your addresses and stuff.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be honest, man. I'd rather not. I have a good driver's license and everything. I don't have a criminal background, but if I'm getting a ticket, I'm okay. But
It doesn't say no parking.
that's my point. I said we literally just drove around in circles looking for somewhere that looks like it's okay to
Did he
park.
say what you couldn't park there or something?
Yeah, he said it's actually no parking zone. I said,
Okay.
oh, okay.
Well, now we
They
know.
were very
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I'm not bagging on the cops.
Yeah.
It was just weird that someone called in saying that men in black got out and went into the wash.
Gotcha.
And then I
You
asked
can
them,
tell me what the damn phone number
and I
is.
asked how come they're not calling in the homeless people down in the wash and trying to get them help. And they kinda
So
laughed.
are people allowed in the wash or is that forbidden?
I don't know.
That's public land, really, in the water.
Well, I can tell you from the amount of, you can actually see like bicycle tracks, like mountain bike tracks, and a lot of, there's thousands of footprints.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So it's probably yeah.
Well, where's the next objective?
I mean, that's an either.
It's gonna take me to get my vehicle.
Truck? Okay. I'm gonna go up at Nancy's.
Okay, he's parked up kind of by there.
Yeah, I'm gonna go up to the church up there and see what's going on. I'll see you guys in a bit.
Yeah, so hey, when I come back to town, I'm gonna call you and see what you're up to and maybe link up.
Okay. Yeah, yeah.
Yes.
See you, JLR.
Okay. We'll see you later. Bye-bye. Bye, Nico. Yeah. I'm gonna go up there and he has to take him back to his car. That was interesting. You know, standing, stopping, parking anytime on the bridge. All right, where's Nancy? Go up the road here and see what's going on and we talk a little bit. Men dressed in black. Men dressed in black.
Well, I'm gonna grab me something to drink because this coffee is yucky. Anybody want anything? Come on, you wanna go get a drink?
All right, we're rolling. Let's see, oh, cooling down. Here, put this up. Men dressed in black. Men in black. move. Good afternoon, everyone. It is almost 2 o'clock here. It's getting close to 2 o'clock. Pima County. Where's Nancy Guthrie? Day 63. Where is Nancy? Day 63. Excuse me. Excuse me. Catalina Foothills allergies. Allergies in the Catalina Foothills. Day 63. Oh, I was gonna, we'll go up there. I'm gonna show you these photos I got. I got photos. The inside of the casita. Inside the casita. Is this a cold case? It's up for debate. Are we cold, or are we in the thick of it, or we just what? What's happening? Something about to happen, or nothing of nothing? Cold case or not? Sitting here literally on like standby. Nope. It's looking cold. It's cold. Ice cold. Outcast says ice cold. Ice cold. Ice cold. I don't know. I think it's hot off the press. I don't know. Well, I'm very concerned about Pima County, literally the community just going about their lives. Nothing going on. I know there's a lot of people that care. There's nothing like locally getting organized. I guess the commissioners are putting Nanos' feet to the fire. National media is going on. They just said the other day, the other news report that just came out in the last 12 hours was Nanos got caught with his gun at TSA at the airport. He had a gun on him. He was going through TSA, and they just let him go. And they said if it was like a normal person, if it was one of us, we'd be scooped up and charged with a crime. He had a loaded gun on him. No rules for thee, but rules for we. How's that saying go? I'm the sheriff. I saw this body cam footage one time of this police officer pulled a sheriff over for speeding, and he's like, "I'm not giving my ID. I'm the sheriff. Do you know who I am? I'm the sheriff." He's like, "Sir, you were speeding." He's like, he gets out and starts trying to bully his way out. "I'm the sheriff." Okay, but you were speeding. License and registration, please. "I ain't giving you nothing. I'm the sheriff. You got that?" "Okay, sir. License and registration, please." License and registration. I'm the sheriff. All right, turning up on Campbell. Turn it up on Campbell. Turn it up. All right, it's good. Let's turn. It's going to be a little hot out here, too. Thick of things. Ted. Hopefully Ted is okay. Ted. Whoa, he's running around an ATV down the street. An ATV down the streets. Almost there. Top of the Catalina foothills.
On the road again. Pen. Red, what are you licking my foot for? Stop it. Stop it. Would you go lay on your bed? Hey, go lay on your bed. We're buffering, but we'll be back in a minute. Never know when we're going to buffer up in them foothills. Hopefully not too much. I gotta get all this stuff put away before.
Lost a lot of viewers on that.
We're back.
Sun is brutal.
Phone got hot. Hot all the time.
Lost viewers on this one. What the heck is going on? What the heck is going on here?
So Dad got live told him that
We're back.
he didn't want to give him his information. I just got to work now. I'm out of shape. Boy, I am too. I stop to work out to the mailbox sometimes. I don't even think about it.
Catalina foothills.
I wish
Ted said he's going home
something would happen.
Tuesday.
To bring Nancy home. guy that's out running around. I got everything set up for my crowd. Just gotta get my thing.
All right, back here. Nobody's here.
Oh, I had to wash them.
Go home. Empty.
Oh,
It's empty.
Nancy jail.
We'll go up to the church and talk, but it's empty here. Nancy Guthrie's home. Here it is. Here it is.
I bet Nancy's in there. Taking a nap. I would be. Or else the daughter's going to come back and get another box of clothes or something, whatever she needs. Crazy, 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 crazy. Yeah, exercise will help.
House with the cars.
I thought that place was empty.
Sue Ellen.
Oh, wrong house. Oh, I still got to get this computer all set up. I still don't have it all set up. I mean, I got most of it done that needs to be done on it. That's all that matters, I guess.
Nobody out here. Nobody in the neighborhood. I'm going to show you these photos, though. I posted someone X, but I didn't post one of them. Full picture. Go up here and park.
Oh my God. Show you that. That's pretty cool. Then I got my head back up. It's been down
Lazzarella.
for a long time. The last time I used it, it was so now I got my account. Videos they posted my and just some of the stuff that was going on. I think this was before he probably just I don't know. It's like it was today. Hi, U-Haul. He's just driving around. I don't know where he's going. I'm just going for the ride, I guess. Yeah, I know. I know. I've been seeing all the pictures and all the shit talk, but that's what they do on YouTube. That's what they do. I don't do it, but that's what they do. It's just a bunch of You know, only got one side there. Haven't got both sides, so
My glasses.
oh, maybe he's waiting on Alex to come out.
Glasses.
He said he was going to do some chatting. I'm talking with people, so let's see if he does that. That gets kind of interesting, having everybody's ideas and what they think, and all that kind of stuff. Because
Inside of the casita.
some
That's
oh,
the
the pool's out.
inside of Nancy's casita. And then I got this one. Check this one.
That's where the
Just
sun's
taken. Literally.
There's even
It's
one
inside the casita.
tried ambushing him at the airport.
About 8 years ago.
Yeah, that was the guy that's been following him around and going to his house, and
It's inside the
it's
casita. Nancy rented it out.
nerdy something.
And
I think I heard a little bit about
went
that
out to the back
on
courtyard.
X. But
Inside out, the guest house. The guest house.
what a pretty little view. That's so pretty. So cozy.
That. So these are pictures taken inside, going out.
I wish they would find her. This has just gone way too long, and it's gone completely out of hand. Who knows? Nobody knows nothing. Nobody.
Out the window into that back baseball field and then the pool in the back of Nancy's house. Casita.
I wonder where he's getting all those pictures.
So, I
Probably
said
get them on Zillow or
these
something.
are just the guest houses.
Investigating the investigator.
This is,
Yeah. All right.
Where she stayed for a year, first year. First photo is looking towards the front entry sliding glass door and shared driveway. Second is out of the bedroom patio. It also has a sliding glass door that opens to a shared yard. The third is a kitchenette, also looking towards the shared driveway where the ruts in the driveway are. The other photo is looking out the kitchen window towards Nancy's yard and
In the
pool.
middle of nowhere. Tire tracks. In the middle of nowhere.
This is the type of stuff she has inside.
Tire
It's
tracks. In the
interesting.
middle of nowhere. Well, a lot of people go off-roading out there in the desert and in the washes, and because we do here in the desert here.
Nice. So that's going on that aspect. Anyone want to chat? Now we might do some chatting later. Let me
Some of these
just
Cool.
see.
on X are good. Some of them
Let me
just all about the trash talk, you know. I don't know why anybody wants to talk trash about people.
try calling out.
Well, the way I want to be treated, you know.
I was just gonna call Tucson for a minute, see what he's up to. There's nothing else going on right now.
Speaking of,
Answer machine there.
There's yeah.
Alex is probably sleeping. Maybe.
It smells something on his shirt. Looks like pillow stuffing or insulation or something.
BMW coming in.
Probably been wet, moldy. I ain't on X. You ain't on X? How come you ain't on X?
Someone just contacted me by the name of Jennifer, who says she will donate 1,000 flyers 1,000 flyers. So get back to her. We'll do that. 1,000 flyers. So yeah. So with that being said, there's nothing else really going on right now. So I think I'm gonna sign off for a bit, and then maybe come back on later, but definitely come back tomorrow. We got church, we got Easter. We do some fly. If anyone's around that wants to, send hand out flyers with me, I mean,
Go
I
out to
can
the
do it
property
myself.
tomorrow.
I guess I'll be around by myself.
My
Maybe
friends are out there, and
more than welcome to. Just shoot me
they
an
must be
email.
camping. I don't know.
Tips at JLR investigates@gmail.com. Matter of fact, does anyone want to talk? You want to keep the conversation going? Does anyone want to chat? Let me just put here. Call in. That's chat. That's chat. Chat. Anybody want to call in? Have any suggestions? Tips? JLR investigates. Nancy Guthrie discussions. All right, so email's open. Shoot me a message right now if you guys want to. If you're game, you're interested. People are asking. I'm getting tons of tips.
It gives me a kink in my neck looking at it. Hello, Moon.
Open
How are you, hon? Oh, you're getting ready to go to work. Oh, it's that time already, huh?
Genty.
Yep,
Genty.
2 o'clock.
Shoot me an email back with your phone number, and I'll do that right now. Zoli G, thank you. Zoli G, shoot me your phone number. EA Gentry. And I'll call you.
We've had 2 fires in our town. One was a mobile home last night
Melissa
about,
wants to
I don't
speak.
know,
All right,
11, 12
Melissa,
o'clock
you're up.
midnight. And another fire
Through Melissa from Rhode Island.
up here,
Give me a
I don't
second
know, 5
here.
blocks away.
I'm gonna see you
In the
contacting me in
back
all
of an
caps.
apartment complex.
Let's go. See what you have to say.
Saying that it was a
Appreciate you coming by.
dumpster, but man, it looked like a big fire. So,
Hello.
Hello.
Hi, Melissa from Rhode Island.
Hi. I have been trying to email you. You're a busy guy.
Thank you very much for reaching out. How are you doing today?
I'm doing great.
What's on your mind?
So, me and my stepdad, we watch you literally every time you go live. We're so obsessed with this case.
Me too.
Yeah, absolutely. And the fact that you're just giving it nonstop, it's absolutely amazing. So thank you for doing that.
You're welcome.
If we lived closer, we would have been there so long ago, handing out flyers, doing everything with you guys. I know he actually did want to speak to you.
Sure, bring him on. Come on in.
Yeah, all right. Absolutely. All right, hold on 1 second. Let me add him.
Hey, stepdad.
Hold on 1 second. I gotta figure out how to do this. I don't want to hang up on you.
Yeah, it's like one of these things merge. I don't do it very much on my phone. It says merge. You can press the merge and poof. You can have someone come in.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy.
Yeah. Hi, stepdad. Hey, stepdad, you there?
Why isn't it working? Oh my God. All right, hold on 1 second. All right, gotcha.
Sure. Stepdad and Melissa from Rhode Island watching. Talking about the Nancy Guthrie case. Or have to give me some interesting insight. Hi, Dad. Stepdad. Good afternoon from beautiful Tucson, Arizona, Pima County, 857. What is going on? Hello?
Might have accidentally hung up.
Nope, you might have dipped out. I tell you what, if you dipped out, Melissa, call me right back. You call me on the number I just called you with your dad. If you call me with your dad, she's gone. She didn't know how to do it right.
Call your dad, put him on hold, and then call
Get that one.
JLR. That's
Got a
what
few minutes.
to do it. I
I'll
don't
give
know.
you a minute. See what's going on. I got patience.
Hubby ought to be home pretty soon. He said he's going to go get me some albundiga soup for my cold, so we'll see. I'm sure
Backyard access. That's what James says. James
knows
just
if
titled
I want
this
it, he can go get
backyard
it.
access. All right, Melissa, I'll try back in a bit.
Okay.
James says backyard access. All right,
What
James.
do they need on here?
727 from my way in Florida. Let's see what's going on. James, backyard access.
Oh, yeah.
Backyard access.
Ouch.
We spoke before.
All right, let's log in.
Oh, I think this might be the investigator. Former investigator? Former investigator, maybe?
Hello?
Hello, JLR.
Can you hear me?
I can. Hi, James.
How you doing today, JLR?
I'm doing great. You said backyard access.
I sure did.
Are you the former law enforcement?
No.
Okay. Yeah, I remember I talked to one from St. Pete.
But I had some questions, and I thought maybe that not only, that you might have some insight into this as well, but the reason that I sent the backyard access is because somehow they had to get in through those back doors or back door.
Mm-hmm.
And with that back gate being propped open, I mean, obviously they were there in that backyard and the motion was detected.
Wait, hold on a second. Gate. You said a gate propped open or a back door propped open?
Well, both.
Yeah,
I didn't ever heard of anything about gate. Has anyone heard of gate? I haven't.
I did.
You heard a gate was gate was propped open?
Yeah, the gate was propped open in the back area that was attached to the pool house.
Okay. Some are saying yeah. I mean, people are saying yeah. So
Mhm.
that's news to me. See, I don't know at all. I mean, that's interesting.
So there was a flower pot that was said to have propped open that gate area.
Mm-hmm.
And the reason I'm bringing this up is that it brings up the point that there's several different ways to access that backyard.
Yep.
For example, we have a camera on that pool house that faces the garage driveway
Mm-hmm.
that points down toward the street. Could you see that from the street, that garage or that pool house camera?
I think it was taken off.
Not the one on the garage roof that faces, or not the one on the pool house that faces the pool.
So I have hold on, I got that picture. Hold on, let me see if I still have it available. Yeah, like right in the pool house looking down at the driveway.
Okay.
Correct?
That's been removed. Yeah, that's the one I'm talking
I didn't
about.
see it, but let me see. Hold on, let me see if I still have that available here. Because I think I've saved one that was seen before. Okay, here we go. Here we go.
I'm with you.
Right there. That one?
So for some reason it's not showing up when I see you lifting your arm up there. Maybe I'm on a delay that I'm not.
So basically, is the camera that you're talking to in the top right corner, in the corner there, that's the one facing the yard, on the side facing the yard in the back. But this one here is out there too, and it faces the driveway. Is that the one you're talking about?
The one facing the driveway, correct.
Looks like that to me.
Okay. So my last understanding is that it was still there.
I couldn't see it. I couldn't see it. But a drone would be able to probably determine it. I couldn't see it.
And I see you now. So I'm on a delay, and I do see you lifting up the phone.
Oh, okay.
That camera.
Okay, so is that the one? That's the one you're talking about, correct?
Yep.
Okay, so you're on a delay.
So the reason I'm bringing this up is that there's only a certain number of ways into that backyard. And for example, if the person was to come up that driveway, they would have tripped that camera, that you held up on your phone. That would have been tripped. It would have picked them up.
Yeah, you would have seen right there.
So
How
because they're not, implying that it was that camera,
And that would have been the same camera that would have picked up Tommaso and Annie when they pulled into the driveway.
Yeah.
And dropped them off.
Because they're not implying it was that camera, and they're implying that it was motion detected in the backyard on the camera that faces the pool. It makes you think that they didn't come in through the driveway because you would have had to trigger the pool house camera that faces the driveway before you even set off the camera that faces the pool.
Absolutely.
So if we say, like, okay, if we're trying to eliminate the different access routes and figure out, well, how did they still do this? It only leaves a number of different ways to get to the back door. And so just follow me through. So if you thought that, well, maybe one possible way was they went around the side of the house where Nancy's bedroom is, and they followed that back along, and they got back there to the back gate by the back of the pool, and they jumped that gate, and they could have got in that way. So that's one potential way. Or they could have went the same route past Nancy's bedroom and kept going all the way to that stone wall and back, and jumped over the stone wall. So that's another route. Or the other route that I was just thinking about was that, what about if, just hypothetically, the getaway driver, if there was one, wanted to stay mobile, didn't want to stay parked, and dropped off the person down at the end of the driveway. And so if you look at the aerial photo, it shows the row of bushes that go along that driveway, but there's a space behind that bushes that look entirely open, as if you could walk right up behind those bushes, the row of bushes, keep going up there, not be picked up by that camera on the pool house because you're behind the bushes. And then once you get up to the pool house, you could go behind the pool house, go around the back of it, and there's going to be the stone wall.
Thank
and
you,
you
Kara.
can get over that way.
Thank you, Kara. Or how about this? What about if you had a Wi-Fi jammer or some sort of jammer to disable all cameras? And
we get warmer.
Where the camera were, we were talking about originally in the driveway.
So if they did, though, they couldn't have been using it when the porch perp was on the porch, because then that would have prevented the transmission of his image to the cloud.
Yeah,
true.
We're at 7.
First off, we don't know when the porch perp actually did that either, though.
And it's driving.
Well, if it was at 1:47 a.m. and that was when he roughly disconnected it, then that would mean that it had to have been not jammed at that time.
True.
So, but anyway, one of the reasons why I thought that this might be helpful is that as soon as you started showing the pictures from inside the guest house, I immediately started thinking how handy it would be if we just had any type of photos or any type of images that showed what it looked like behind the guest house and directly behind that stone wall.
Well, directly behind the stone wall, there's a cul-de-sac from the back house.
But I mean, if you were, I guess what I'm really getting at here is just like hypothetically, if we went through this and let's just say that this perp had the backpack on,
I do too,
and had the gun on, and it was a Mexican carry, and this is how he was navigating with this gear on. That if he had to go through the back, Enton showed a bunch of cactus back there and bushes and thorns, and so he's not going to want to puncture any of his gear or, expose DNA or leave anything. So he's going to be very careful if he is back there. So the question is would there be sufficient room right around that stone wall up close for him to navigate freely and then still evade, thorns and things? And then, in other words, it would be nice to know if there's actual access back there that could be done or not. Because if you knew, then you could rule it out, or you could say this is likely how he did this.
Well, here's another thing, too. I mean, knowing that it's pitch black out there and there's cameras in the back, I mean, even if it was pitched black and Nancy had zero lights on in her house, and you were just dressed in a dark attire, would it even pick you up anyway?
But you still have to somehow get into that backyard, right?
Well, even if you got into the backyard and it's pitch black out there, I mean, she got cameras out there, but do they work efficiently at night if it's pitch? Because when it's pitch black, it's pitch black.
Well,
Motion, but does motion pick up big pitch black? Because some people have been sending me messages saying not necessarily. You know, that's just, you know, I would assume it does, but some people said not. It doesn't always detect.
And it may not. And that also brings up the question that could the garage facing camera that pointed down the driveway, did that actually detect the presence of somebody, but it didn't get reported or got overwritten, or you know, something happened where some people have argued that that camera might have not even been operable.
What about if somehow in some way the perp originally got into the guest house and used that as a staging ground and came and made the move from the back into the guest house into the backyard and then went up to the back there?
That was one of the things that I thought when I'm looking at that slider door, is that would they have tried that slider door? Because if it was open, then you could just walk right in and then walk out through the door right into the backyard.
Yeah, we just don't know the conditions of the cameras. You know, rumors some cameras were taken out off, they weren't work, floodlights were, you know, hit out. You know, it's a lot of unknowns. You know, we've heard now that they've, you know, there's cameras in the back detected things prior to the kidnapping, but not suspicious. But what could that be? Because, you know, what are you detecting back there? You know, in the past, when there's a big wall back there and stuff, that means somebody was within the perimeter or what?
So this makes me think of another question too, and that is that if they were reconning the house and they were trying to get an idea of Nancy's habits, could they see whether her bedroom was lit up, whether that front patio was lit up from any angle of the road?
Yeah, I'm sure you can. Yeah, there's a little wall. There's a little courtyard there with one side. I believe it's, I don't know. You can access that courtyard right there on the left side. If you're facing the house on the left, that little corner there, it's not that high. 3 feet high.
But is it visible from the road that if somebody was driving
from the
by
road?
At night?
No. Well,
no. We just did. It was
so
the last
whether she had a light on in there at night, you could not see that from the road.
Not sure. I've never seen the house with lights on. I don't know. I love that. I love somebody to turn the lights on so we can see. Turn all the lights and see what the lighting looks like at night.
Sure.
But we don't know that unless somebody has a video out there of the lights on at night. Well,
the main reason why I was calling is that it's clear that somebody had to go in from the backyard. They didn't come in through the front door. I mean, I know there's other people have said an option might be that the perpetrator could have entered in through her slider right there.
Yeah.
Do you think there's any that it might be a credible theory, or that sounds unlikely based on what you've just seen and heard?
I mean, we see a perp, no timestamp in the front. We're assuming it's the first. They're saying it, but knowing what they've said, who knows when that date was taken? We don't know the time or date. You know, we don't know the time of that video because there's no thing. So no blood there. Blood eventually there. Doors propped open according to Savannah, not law enforcement. Law enforcement has never said any doors were propped open. It was Savannah that said this.
Is it true that according to the information that was provided from the family, that it was never mentioned by the family that blood was inside the door?
That has never been confirmed by law enforcement or the Guthrie family.
Okay.
That's, there's blood in between the front door and the foyer area, patio, front. There was sources that say at the beginning stage there was blood inside in the hallway and a vase knocked down. But that, again, law enforcement never verified that. It's unnamed sources telling a podcast.
Well, I don't want to hog up all the
No, I mean, I personally think, yeah, it's probably the perp came through the back. I want to believe Savannah, if the doors are propped open, then somebody went in there through those doors to prop them open.
Right. And the question is how did they do it? You know, and presumably they only did it one way if they only went there once. So, I mean, it's a legitimate thing to consider, and there's been footage taken around that, beyond that stone wall in the back. Enton was back there, and he had footage and everything, but it sure would be nice to know what it actually looks like even behind that pool house. If there was just an open area that someone could just walk right around that pool house, because if so, you could evade all the cameras and just hop over the fence.
What about if this was an inside job? What if?
Well, so
what if?
It is possible. I can't rule it out, but this is what my thinking is on that, and that is that. So if we think about all the inside players, every single one, and even people who would be linked to them, and maybe even third parties linked to them, if we go through all those people, that we know the inner players probably, at least as far as Annie and Tommaso go, that they downloaded all the GPS data off of that vehicle, so they knew how long it sat in that driveway, and you know they knew what that vehicle did that night. You know, and presumably if Tommaso was the one operating it, then they had a good line on him as far as that, and if he was carrying his cell phone with me, they could corroborate it with the pings off the towers, so they could say to themselves, okay, well, it does appear that Tommaso was in this vehicle. And I don't know if there was any footage at the house that actually graphically verified that he was there, but long story short, when I go through all the scenarios and I think about the various technologies that they have to find someone who could have been closely associated, and they can go back through 6 months worth of geofencing, you know, and then they can even bring people in for polygraphs, and they go through that, and let's just say that they don't come up with anything conclusive in those areas, that it leads me to believe that this is a stranger type situation. I called you before, and I theorized that it was two brothers.
Okay, you were the brothers, somebody really close to one another through thick and thin, brothers. I remember you.
Yep. And loyalty, because we have to ask ourselves that with this much money on the line, why is no one telling on anyone? And I know there's one theory that, well, because they're dead, but if that's not the case and they're not dead and they're actually alive, what would incentivize them not to tell for $1 million? And in my opinion, it would be because there's some type of family type loyalty, whether it's cousins or brothers, but they're just not going to rat each other out, in my opinion.
Yeah, I mean, it's you know, you raise some interesting points. We'll see out of it, but I appreciate your perspective.
Yeah, well, JLR, thanks for taking my call. And since I'm not down there right now, what's the temperature like? Oh, you're over there in Arizona. That's right.
85. Not bad.
Well,
what's the temperature in St. Pete?
I'm not there right now, and I was thinking that's where you were back just for an instant, and then I realized you're out in Arizona. But yeah. I wish I could tell you what it was. But anyway, very quickly, just one last thing. I see you're out there handing out the flyers, and I just want to say that, you know, for anyone who's not following this case, that doesn't keep up with things, and then they see this picture, well, that's a great way to get the word out, because how are you going to do it if someone doesn't pay attention to media? They just don't care. They don't pay attention to that. And so I just want to commend you getting these flyers out there and doing the boots on the ground, the hard work, and seeing people face to face. And man, just thank you so much for doing that, because it's an honor of Nancy, and I hope that we can pull this off and someone recognizes, you know, this person.
Thank you, sir. And you have a very beautiful day.
All right. You take care, JLR.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Yeah, I personally think the perp went through the back door, but I'm thinking maybe the perp was in the casita. Maybe. I don't know. Or did they just roll up there for the first time that night to do this crime? EA Genti. Come on in. And then I will call you Abigail. So EH entry. We spoke before. I know we did. This is Gladys. Is this Gladys? Yeah, I think so. You're up, Genty.
Hey,
Hello.
how are you?
Great. Is this the former media?
Yes, retired
Media.
media.
Yeah, Gladys Kravitz.
Yeah, I'm glad. Thank you for calling. I wanted to tell you, when you were not there in Arizona last week, was it? Was very sad. And yeah, the story just kind of dwindled away. And then this week things picked up again. It's just it's nice to watch you YouTubers and the camaraderie you have. It's refreshing. And all the drama YouTube, I just tune that stuff out. That's nonsense. There's no place for that. But you guys are awesome, and it's just nice to see you out digging around in the dirt.
We try to work. Yeah, we try to work with all YouTubers. I try to pull everyone together because I was actually talking to Dad's Going Live, and he said in this YouTube business, it's a lot of like competition or envy and jealousy amongst YouTubers and things like that. And and there's always like fighting with each other over cases and stuff. But Dad's Going Live even said, in this particular case, he's never seen all the YouTubers actually hang out and work together.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
It makes me feel like, I don't know what's going on with the law enforcement departments, but watching you guys actually doing things, it gives us all hope. So,
you're right. Hope.
But anyway, it's good to have you back, and I hope you stay until we find her. But I have one thing on whether the perp came in the back door or the front door. I think all of that is way too complicated.
Mm-hmm.
I think it was all staged. It makes no sense. And the things that make sense are the things that point to an inside job. And
that's how I'm at right now.
Noticed,
I'll admit I'm at the inside. Kimberly P. Cotto always puts it in the chat. Inside job in caps, and I'm telling you, that's where I'm at right now, subject to change, of course, with the available information, but right now my mind thinks this is an inside job.
It's the only thing that seems to, I don't know, but I'll tell you another thing I saw this week that I thought was weird. I think Alex got it. Was it Alex? Fairly early, or maybe midweek, he had, I think he was the only one out there. And the brother and the sister were, again, carrying boxes out and loading them into the car. A couple of trips, I think.
Mm-hmm.
But I have a question legally. I don't know if that's considered the estate yet, since we haven't found Nancy. But either way, is that legal for them to be doing that? That's not their property.
Well, yeah. Whose car is Nancy's car? And Cameron's driving around in Nancy's car. I guess. Can you do that to your own family members and just drive around in their vehicles and stuff and take things out of the house when they're missing?
Removing things, and I thought, well, maybe it's like scrapbooks or whatever. But even if it's scrapbooks, I think legally, until that estate has been, gone through and inventoried and appraised, I don't think they're supposed to be moving property out of there. For any
don't they
reason.
have to get her authorization and consent?
Yeah, or the executor. And if they don't have a body yet, they don't have an executor. So, yeah, I think
unless there's a power of attorney that we don't know about.
But even, I don't know if that would apply to property at this. I don't know. It's just something I thought, well, that's bizarre. I don't think they should be doing that. If I were one of the siblings, I wouldn't want the other siblings, what are they? I don't know.
Is Savannah, do you think Savannah is aware of them taking boxes out and everything? Is this like
well, she might be now.
Well, now, yeah, I know. If she's watching us, but she might tune us all away because of just, doesn't want to watch, but I would assume they would. I would assume everyone close to the family's watching at least every day.
I would want to know everything. I would want to know everything that's being done, everything that's being said. But I would have been out, day one, posting daily, if not hourly. I think
I wrote her husband.
I don't understand why they don't. Maybe
they're above that. I don't know. I mean, our own president uses X, right? So
This
why
is the
not?
day we're
But-
in now, right? We're in 2026. We've seen
Right.
it all. Nothing should
and
be
it's-
shocking anymore.
It's almost like there's no excuse not to be doing it. I can't figure out a reason for it. It just seems to me logical that it's inside, and if you watch
No,
just
the sun
even from
kicked
this
the
point
car
forward,
a while back.
what's going on, it just seems very suspect to me. It's very suspicious.
I mean, you got $1 million reward out there, and no one's biting on $1 million reward.
Well, and that's why it's either inside. It may have been. I don't know. I'm not saying that the family did it, but it was either to get at the family, it's somebody close, and I'm sure that whoever the goon was, not the porch guy, but well, maybe both of them. I don't think they're around anymore to claim it.
Mm-hmm.
I think. I mean that would make sense. The other thing that would make sense is they basically have to, for their own culpability, they wouldn't want to claim it. I don't know how you claim it anonymously without saying, without giving yourself away. I haven't quite figured that part out yet, but I'm getting there.
I mean, where's the lack of urgency? I mean, why is there no vehicles out there? Why is there no witnesses? Why is it why isn't nobody, even family friends speaking about this?
Right.
Out? Nobody.
Exactly.
It's
or
nobody
friends she
speaking
grew up
about
with,
this.
or like, what was she like in school? None of those people. I mean,
I didn't even know that. I mean, I learned ourselves. We learned that she rented out the guest house in the past. I didn't know that.
Right. Yeah, I didn't know that either.
I heard somebody was staying there before, and she fired somebody, but I don't know if it was like a rental or anything like that, like staying there. A healthcare worker a few years back, an Iranian healthcare worker, but now we have a woman that I'm going to speak to her later on today and find out more about her mom staying in the house 8 years ago.
Well, and like, what did people come over a lot? I mean, we know she hosted her mahjong parties, but I mean,
that was the New York
imagine-
Times that reported that, but I didn't like, nobody's come forward. We don't even have any pictures of inside the house.
Well, and because that house is designed for entertaining, for very gracious, elegant, entertaining. It's you can just tell by the landscaping and the way it's laid out.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people have been there, and no one. Well, do you remember a few weeks ago? So I guess Kathy Lee Gifford used to do morning show, or I don't know. Anyway, she and Savannah. Who did I hear this? I can't remember where I saw it, but anyway, they were friends, and they were friends through this. But she was asked not to talk about this case.
That's what I'm saying.
And I just thought, why?
Hush,
I mean,
hush, secret stuff.
Yep, very weird. Anyway, I just wanted to throw in my 2 cents, but I think figuring out the doors, that's all a ruse, and I don't think she ever made it home. I don't think she ever got home that night.
Besides Annie and Tommaso, who was the last person to see them? Was it the Uber driver?
I'm guessing that's the only thing they can document. I don't know, but yeah, I would think, the Uber driver, and did he drop her off at the house, and did someone answer the door? I mean, we don't even know that.
Appreciate it.
At Annie and Tommaso's house, but yeah, anyway.
Appreciate it, Kravitz.
Okay,
Gladys Kravitz.
Stay cool out there.
Yeah, we'll stay on it. We're still on it. We're still out here.
Okay, thanks a lot.
I'm blessed. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
LK1CA. LK1CA. Thank you. Very grateful. Thank you. Kimberly P. Cotto. Oh, here we go. Inside job. No, Kimberly P. Cotto. Always says inside job. The saying goes, the last person you suspect is the first person you should suspect. The saying goes, the last person you suspect is the first person you should suspect. We haven't seen one photo of her going home with him. I would never just drop off someone that I care, give without walking her in. Never quitting on your Tucson grandma. We never seen the footage. Nano says whoever dropped her off, he says family, saw her go in. What do you think? What do you think? Abigail. You're up, Abigail. Abigail. By the way, I'm at the church down the street. Maybe we talked before, man. Abigail.
Okay.
Hello, Abigail. Hi.
Hi.
JLR Investigates.
How are you?
Doing great. Thanks for reaching out.
Of course.
Are you from Wisconsin?
Yes, I am.
Welcome. What's on your
Thank
mind?
you. So, I wanted to kind of play off of your guest maybe 2 days ago
Uh-huh.
about the kind of like assisted suicide type theory.
Okay. Okay. Yeah.
So, what I've been thinking is we always say, like, why is Annie and Tommaso and Cameron, why aren't they doing anything, right? And then in Savannah's interview, she emphasized my mother was always in severe pain.
Mm-hmm.
And as a Catholic myself, I know that, like, you're not supposed to commit suicide. So I called one of the state farms in Arizona. I asked them, hey, if like someone were to fly, like, I do believe it's in different countries that perform this for you. And
that's Nico, by the way. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off, but Nico's in the woods here by the church.
Oh, that's okay.
Yeah, that's Nico.
Oh, we love Nico. So I was just like asking them, would that be covered? And they're like, well, there's like a secondary tier that maybe it would be covered, but highly unlikely. So I don't know why they would have to like go through all of these different steps. However, just like not really a breaking of entering, nothing's stolen. Nobody's looking from the family, not even like nephews or nieces or cousins. That's the only thing I can absolutely like kind of wrap my head around. And sure, maybe it's far-fetched, but I just kind of was, I was astounded. Like, I actually wrote that down a couple of weeks before with assisted suicide because I learned that from like Ozzy Osbourne, etc. So yeah, that's kind of like what my theory is, because just nothing adds up at all.
It doesn't, and just imagine, with the theory, we got to help mom, put her out of her misery. She's suffering and stuff like that. But I mean, to go into this massive conspiracy, kidnapping stuff, I mean, that's pretty crazy to go that route from. But, I mean, Savannah was saying her mom's back was really bad. At the end, maybe she was pain and suffering, like really, really strongly. But I mean, the immaculate cleaning and all that reports. What's all that about?
I don't know. Like, I think the massive cleaning and all of that stuff is to cover. I mean, why would a family do that? They're not going to be able to sell it right away unless they go to like a higher court and then, they discuss there's no bodies in this duration of time, etc. I just don't understand it. So that's the only, like, I know it's wild to think that sort of way, but like that's, and Tommaso was apparently gone for a duration of time. Mm-hmm. Nobody can really prove that. So that would make sense if he took her there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I know it's wild, and people will call me wacky.
So you're kind of going with that theory right now.
Yeah.
Interesting. That's the second one. I mean, I'm open-minded to that. Well, that means that they're involved, then somebody within that family is involved.
There is just, it's so hard to imagine that one doctor came on that was telling on like News Nation, I think it was. It's like having the roads there, like having a bowl of spaghetti and flipping it over. Like they're all kind of like crazy and wild. How would they choose such a place that's just so dark, etc.? Like none of it adds up. You know, there's no blood that's going beyond that front door, which has a tiny blood, and we're hearing now that there was you know, blood inside apparently. So yeah, that's the only thing I can think of.
Yeah. Thank you for the take on that.
Of course, and I have a blessed Easter.
You too, Abigail. Right. Take care. Thank you.
Yep. Bye.
Bye. So Nico is out here around the church. Now Nico was saying that because he searches for people and he's out here doing, but he's like normally statistics show wherever you can park, you're only going to go out about 40 feet from where a car vehicle is to dispose of a body. You're not going to find a body like in the middle of nowhere like that. There has to be some sort of parking lot or some sort of vehicle access, and it's like within 40 feet of, because nobody's trying to carry someone long distances through the terrain and anything like that, within 40 feet. So Nico's down there looking. Interesting. All right, who's next? Ames, Occam's Razor, Super Binky 22. Hey, Amy. All right, Amy. You're up, Amy. Occam's Razor. We got another Occam's Razor, which is simple, stupid. All right, Amy. You're up, Amy. Occam's Razor. I'll go over there and ask Nico if he needs help or anything like that, but I'm not going on private property though. Stay all public property.
Telephone number 321.
Try one more time, Amy. Hello. Hi, Amy.
Hey, I'm here. Are you here?
I'm here. Occam's Razor.
Oh, hey, Occam's Razor.
Occam's Razor. What's going on? Where are you from?
Florida.
Welcome aboard.
Thanks.
We spoke before.
We have.
What's the Occam's Razor?
Well, the simplest is the solution.
Mm-hmm.
And now that we know the back doors were open, whether they were propped open and with flower pots or what have you, I gotta think that this perp came in through the back. This is my opinion. I think he came in through the back, and if it was an SA, I think the perp was a lone perpetrator and went around the front to disable the camera. And now this is one of my theories, that Nancy was disrupted by her phone, because if you have a Ring camera or any security, it's usually connected to your phone, whether you have a subscription or not.
Yes.
I myself have a Ring subscription. No, I'm sorry, I have a Ring camera, but I no longer subscribe. So I can see what's happening in real time, and it will notify my phone if there's something at my front door, no matter what time of night, without a subscription. Let me reiterate that. So, and I don't know this, but I think it's probably the same with the Nest camera. I don't know that to be true.
I would assume so. So you're saying that she got the notification, Nancy.
I'm saying it's possible. Now listen, I'm saying it's possible that it went off on her phone, and it was enough of a disruption to disturb her enough to go to the front door in her pajamas, barefoot.
That'd be pretty crazy. Maybe, that would go right to the danger.
Well, not purposely, but she saw a disruption. It's unusual at her front door. Look, I don't know if January 11th rang on her phone that night or not. I still have that in my head. But what I'm saying is that night, I think there was enough going on at the front that it may have disrupted her before she even knew she was being attacked. And I'm saying it's possible
that the encounter happened at the front because she was at the front, unbeknownst to her, in the process of an abduction.
But
Now,
the sheriff has said she was kidnapped from the bed, not the front door. And
I
people are also
understand that.
talking about hearing aids.
Yeah, I've heard all that. But
And no evidence of an assault, according to Brian Hinton.
for someone who wanted a camera on the outside to capture wildlife, no matter what time of day, I just have a hard time believing that something didn't wake her before it was intended for her to be awakened.
Yeah.
That's one theory. I've got many.
Yeah.
I don't have faith in this case that we're going to solve it soon. I got to be honest with you. From all that I've consumed, from Brian Ensign, I watch all of it. I consume all
Nancy
of it.
Grace?
It's crazy. This whole
Yes,
thing.
absolutely. She is staunch anti-family. I understand.
Oh,
that.
she is. Nancy Grace is the anti-family position.
Yes, you can watch Nancy Grace, and you can totally see that she doesn't want to touch that. At least this is my opinion. And so when I watch that, I'm like, I'm sorry. You have, I have the utmost respect for her, but I am not out of the family camp because of the statistics when it involves the elderly and when it involves motive.
But the perp, simple, stupid, Occam's razor, the perp is not any of the family members, correct?
I'm not saying it is. I'm not saying they weren't hired.
Okay. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But, to me...
I'm not saying it was a family member that committed this.
Yeah.
Not at all. Obviously, we know that it's not, because my fear is that once they come back with this mixed DNA, it's going to come back with somebody that was authorized to be there in the first
that's what
place.
I'm saying. So it'd be irrelevant.
Well, not necessarily. Somebody that was contracted to be there and their alibi is cleared. That could happen also.
But what was the mixed DNA, though? That's the thing.
That's what I'm saying. Somehow it got mixed. Well, we don't know what it's mixed with. Was it mixed with her blood?
That's what I mean.
Was it mixed with her saliva? Was it touch DNA? Was it mixed with
hair
touch
follicles, hairs, skin fragments?
Do we know any of that? Do we know that?
Fingers.
JLR.
We don't. Because Nanos does not give us any details. So all we can do at this point is speculate.
Oh, please don't get me started on that. I don't want to go down that right now. Let's focus on Nancy. What I'm saying is the DNA could be touch. It could still be from a contractor that we haven't ruled out, and that could be ruled out. This DNA could be for not. I'm not saying it is, but I'm sorry, with the sheriff and with what we have learned from Brian Enton's secret source, you know what I'm saying? The supervisor in charge had never worked a homicide. I'm sorry, that says a lot. And the source also said this guy Nanos hires his buddies. He hires the ass kissers. Excuse me, I know we're on YouTube.
Yeah, we're on national television. We're a family-friendly channel.
Oh, I'm sorry. He hires the people who do his bidding, who get his coffee, who whatever. Who will never go against him if he's ever up for trial. If he's ever up for anything. That's the kind of guy he is. He's a narcissist in power, and that's what these people do.
Yeah. Hello? I'm waiting for someone to come on the record and say Nanos is a good guy.
Me too. I've yet to find that, and I've searched.
So, you can't get off the family.
I can't. Not until... I'm sorry, not until... you can clear the family all you want to, but until you have suspect in hand... None of them are clear. I'm not including Savannah. Don't get me wrong. I'm not including Cameron. I just don't know. But the two that are in Tucson are suspect to me.
I
They have
love
the
hearing
most
from the
event.
callers, though. And see here what I'm saying, folks. You can call and give your opinion. I want to hear what America's thinking.
This is just my opinion. I'm in Florida. I have no string in the game. I have no
skin
This
in
is
the
my
game.
opinion.
No skin in the game.
No skin in the game. Thank you.
What did you say? No, what in the game before? Swim?
I think I said string.
String in the game. No string in the game. But Nano, speaking of string, it appears that Nano's just stringing us along.
I agree with you. Thank you for taking that and nuancing it into a segue into this, because I sounded like an idiot. But you're right. I don't have a, what is it?
Skin in the game.
I don't have it.
Neither do I, except to try to find the truth. But I mean,
That's right. I want to know what happened to this poor woman. I want to know what happened to anyone that goes missing.
Yeah, but this one
I don't just
has
research Nancy Guthrie. I research a ton of cases.
This one,
especially in Florida, because I don't know if anyone knows, but I researched Jennifer Tessie. I want to know what happened to her.
I did that case.
Did you?
Yeah, I went to her house or the place, the
by Mall Millennium.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I made a couple of videos. Check it out.
I didn't know. Well, I've
but wasn't that one the stroke of luck? Just happens, the perp happened to just be in that right frame where they couldn't catch who the perp was.
Look, it's a combination of right place, right time for the perp, and right place, right time for the perp to be involved with this. I'm sorry, the sheriff and this poorly executed investigation from the beginning. I can only hope and pray that the FBI is going to find something with this, and that their silence is golden, and it somehow, some way, we're going to hear something, and they're going to find something, and it's going to be of value. It's going to be value add to this investigation, because that's all anybody wants.
So what would you like to, publicly, what would you like seen and done?
Ultimately, I would like Nanos to
debunk, resign. How about the debunk at all? Like any of the rumors, like press.
He's not going to let. You mean for him personally to debunk rumors?
Speculation, you know.
He's not. JLR. Chris Nanos is a narcissist, and he's been given. He is never. I don't know if you study narcissist. I have quite a bit of experience.
Some people call me a narcissist that don't know me. I see it. JLR is a narcissist.
Look, I know you through this media. Okay, I don't know you personally, but I know narcissists, and I know when I see one that has too much power and is used and abused his level of service for his benefit and his benefit only. He does not care what people think about him. He does not care that his staff want him gone. He does not care. This is about Chris Nanos. Okay? It's not about Nancy. It's not about any of that. It's about him.
The Chris Nanos show.
Yes, it is. 100%.
He just spoke. Again, he's defending himself, and he's defending,
of course,
everyone around him, and saying that he's done nothing wrong in this investigation.
Of course not. And the beginning was handled, like a champ, by your supervisor, non-homicide. Oh, God, dude, I just can't anymore with this. I can't anymore with this. He needs to resign. I don't know what happens after that, but if a Democrat in that organization that listened to everybody about how horrible this man is and condescending and hostile work environment, this guy fits the bill. And listen, I work for many a guy like this, and I know the type, okay?
Preach. Go ahead. What else? Go ahead.
No, I know the type. He only cares about him. Look at his image. Look at his, I got a Corvette or whatever. Speeding tickets, they mean nothing. Oh, my God, TSA, that means nothing. Who cares? I'm Chris Nanos. I'm Chris Nanos. You guys got nothing on me. I got everything on you all. I can do whatever I want with all of you because I am the sheriff of Pima County, which is as large as we know as Rhode Island and Connecticut combined. I am ruler of it all. Try and mess with me, buddy.
I have his image up, Amy.
Look, I'm not watching. Oh, I see. I had to mute the TV because I didn't want you to echo. Oh my God. Please. I'm going to be sick. Put it down. I can't take it anymore. Put it away. You're just letting me go. Okay. Now you're letting me go on. I can't take it anymore. You know what I'm saying to you? Stop it. Do you know what I'm saying, JLR? Listen, I just want to take this moment to thank you for what you did today. I want to apologize for, here's what I want to say. Sure. Please don't get involved with these people that are coming after you. Please don't engage. My point was to you yesterday was don't engage. Stick to what you're there for. I think by showing up and engaging with that person that you engaged and you got yourself a court date. That's all I want to say. And listen, I am rooting for you because I believe you were born to do this. I'm going to cry, but I really love what you're doing. I love that you help the homeless, and I love that you're working every day to do better, and you're doing God's work. And I myself have rehabilitated, and I have my own interaction with law enforcement. Someone that no one would ever know would be involved. But I got involved in something that took me away from my daughter because I didn't handle my husband's loss very well for years. But what I want to tell you is I think you're made to do this. I think you're really, really good at it. And I appreciate it. And I just want to say, God bless you and bless what you're doing. And I know that you mean well. I really do. I really believe that. Me and my young daughter believe that. And we watch you. She knows nothing about your past, nothing about it. And we watch you and we appreciate you. And I just want to say that. And that's it. I don't want to go on, but recall Nanos.
Recall Nanos. Thanks for the call, Amy. You take care.
You too.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Private Eyes. Thank you, Private Eyes. I just saw you pop up. Appreciate that. Thank you very much for the support, Private Eyes. 56 Private Eyes. Storman says, from day one, my pops has been on point with this case. Street knowledge, his professional career on the road. He's a cowboy, knows the desert, knows money, knows corruption, knows celebrity advantages. I mean, the list continues. Store, Minnesota, M. Storman, S32. She wasn't happy with Nanos. I put the Nanos' pickup. So, thank you, Amy. Hey, Gigi. Come on in, Gigi. Gigi's going to probably go off on Nanos too, I suspect. Gigi. We were supposed to get with Gigi the other day, but then I got distracted and we went on a mission. So, Gigi, welcome. Phil. Hi, Gigi. Hi, Gigi.
Hello, chat.
How are you, Gigi?
I'm well. How are you, JLR?
Tell me what's up. What's on your mind today?
Listen here. This is where I have a problem. I don't know if you saw the picture that I sent you. I sent it with the email you just saw. Okay. But it's the picture, I believe, of them at Christmas time.
Oh, the Christmas thing.
Yeah, and I zoom in on Nancy's face.
All right, hold on.
And if you look at her neck, it looked like her neck got bruises around it.
Whoa, you think so?
Now, I'm not, listen, I got readers on it and I can see real good. Plus 300, 3.00. And I see that there's something on that lady's neck. Now, we're all skipping over.
Could be shadows, Gigi. Could be shadows.
Well, I'm just saying, look, you tell me.
Well, I mean, I see two marks there, but it could be shadows.
I see them too. this is all I'm saying. It could be a shadow, but I doubt it. You zoom out, you zoom in, it's there. Look at the picture from afar. The original picture is there. And all I'm saying is the lady takes blood thinners, and she bruises very easy.
Some people bruise easy.
Yes, and there's elder abuse and all this stuff.
What about the Adult Protective Service card that was in the door?
About. And what we're forgetting is it doesn't have to be family that calls. I could have seen her be the Amazon, the mailman, and I see bruises on this lady every day and couldn't call Child Protective Services.
Mm-hmm.
Anybody can call. And that's the one thing I want, us not to forget. Also, let's not forget, they say the last person seen with them usually is involved. Not to mention, family, I said it from the beginning, I'm not going to budge off of it. That's why the money is never going to be collected. That money will sit there forever. It won't be collected because it's family. The family. And another thing, there's no such thing as anonymous collecting the money. Mm-hmm. Like, there's no way. Somebody's going to know you have to collect that money. Even if it's, what's that group that they say that don't tell? Come on, stop Crime Stoppers. They're going to know that you have the money. They're not going to take $1 million and put it in the bathroom at Burger King.
Yeah.
I mean, let's be real with this. So, we question why is the money not collected? Because the person's going to get caught. And I'm telling you, the family's involved. And it ain't no two-way. I'm not budging off of it.
You've always said, and now you're a regular. You're part of one of these caller characters, right? You know, because I've gotten you on probably about half a dozen times. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And you've always said you think family's involved.
Absolutely.
And you come from a law enforcement family too, right? Prosecutor and law enforcement, correct?
Yeah, police officer, detective. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Okay. And I'm not budging off it. It's not as complicated as they're trying to make it. I believe Nanos is involved because the word on the street, and I say word on the street because I don't have any factual proof, but they're buddies. Tommaso and him are buddies. Okay?
I've never seen any evidence of that.
I haven't seen evidence of it either, but that's the talk. And maybe perhaps you ask a couple people around that know them since you're there.
So what do they do? Like hang out together, drinking buddies, or buddies how?
Today, I heard fishing, gambling. I heard several things.
Tommaso and Nanos buddies?
Yeah, I heard that. Now, if that's the case, then, I mean, that explains a lot of his stupid moves. It does. And you can't tell me that, okay, the man knows he's not getting reelected, and not because of all that's going on right now. He knew that right from the rip, because you only won by a couple hundred points.
Yeah.
Votes, so you're not going to be the nothing in here again. So what would be your reason to work so hard? Nothing. You have no reason to work hard. That's why he at the gym, he at the game, he's over here, he's over there. Everywhere but where he's supposed to be.
I mean, technically, he can just ride off till he's done and just not seek re-election. That's it. I mean, he's got 4 more years.
Buy his time. And it's very suspicious that he said the same date as Savannah said. Okay? Both of them said he said he was there that night before. He said it on the camera, outside in front of the house in the dark. Okay? Then Savannah turns around and says her family came home that evening and got the phone call.
But what evening was that? Was that Saturday evening or Friday or Sunday?
That's what I'm saying. Everyone's saying that, why would they wait so many hours? I don't think they did. I think it was the day before, just like Nano said.
So you really think the timeline is totally whacked going back to Saturday, not Sunday?
Yeah, because listen, the call is initiated by, again, the family. The narrative is given, again, by the family. Okay? Any specs that they have is given by the family. Anything that they have, what they told us or what they know, is given by the family. So this lady could have been missing 2 weeks ago, bro. And they just reported it. Savannah was on a no talk. I mean, unless she was on the FaceTime where her mom with a whiteboard. Remember, she couldn't talk because of her vocal cord surgery. So it's not like she's reaching out. Cameron's as shady as a $3 bill. I've been saying, what about him? He quiet, act nervous on the video. Listen, it's just ridiculous. And then again, Savannah turned around and said, oh, I'm going home with my family. Her family in New York. She didn't say that's her family. She said, I'm home with my family when she did that thing that on the NBC.
Yeah.
That's what she said. Now, that's a bit slap in the face, like, to her family. Like, the people there, she just wanted to be home, and she felt better being with her family right there in New York because she knows the deal. You can't sit here and tell me, JLR, that all of these people are saying, that's shady, about her family, weird, that's suspect. And she is not thinking that? No way. There's no way. I know that woman has a feeling just like we do, and she knows more than we do. So there that is. All this, how did they get in? He walked in, he got access to the house. What you mean? That's not complicated. What would make her get a voice that she's familiar with? Her son-in-laws. You're not gonna find out where the backpack came. I told you where he got that. I told you where he got the jacket from. You know, you're never gonna find that trail. So you might as well give that up. Mm-hmm. He got that out of one of them schools that he was substituting or whatever he does, you know. Mm-hmm.
All right.
Yeah,
well,
so
you're sticking, you know, with an inside family job then. And you think Nanos is in on it too.
Absolutely. He's not that stupid. There's no way he was so clever enough to trick everybody on his resume and everything. Come on now, you think he's this dumb to make these errors in real life? And this man was slick enough to outsmart all these people? The whole county? He outsmarted the whole entire county with his bogus resume. You mean to tell me nobody decided to look at that? No, I believe they did, and they didn't care. Because it's a lot of political favors and back rubbing and back scratching going on over there in Arizona.
Interesting.
And unfortunately, Nancy got caught up in the rigmarole of it. From day one, he got up on a microphone pointing fingers at, oh, well, you know, they wouldn't let us have cameras. What are we talking about? We're in a press conference for this lady. And you're busy talking about political yeses and nos. Like, what are you talking about? How does that come into her story? You see how he interjected politics right into the middle of her story? I don't know. I don't think Nancy ever going to be found, unfortunately, JLR. I'm sorry. I hate to say that. I would love for that lady to be found. But this was not no ransom and all this, and she kidnapping. No, they wanted her DEAD from the beginning. And why do we not know about her life insurance policy? How come nobody don't know about that? How come nobody's brought that up?
Because it's private and personal, maybe.
And I bet you it's a heavy, husky policy. I bet you.
Well, I mean, you know, they're doing things to the house. Here's at the end of the day, while she remains missing, the estate is, you know, the house is under, you know, a trust, Guthrie family trust, but things are happening around their house. People are moving things. They're taking things. We seen the plant guy come there and take plants out of the house. You know, we got security, we got Comcast, we got locksmiths, we got all types of people. We got people taking her vehicle out. We got loading boxes. I mean, doesn't she have to have consent for this type of things?
Unless they got some like weird stuff going on with paperwork that's not public to us. But I'll tell you what, it's amazing that you do all these wonderful things after your mom goes missing. But you didn't do not a thing before she was missing.
I mean, we're talking about personal property too, not just the house itself. I mean, we're talking about personal property being shuffled all over the place.
Yeah, and who knows? I mean, that could potentially be evidence. We don't know. Because, I mean, look who was in charge. Barney Fife and the guys.
Barney Fife?
Yeah.
You think he's Barney Fife?
Matlock. Yeah. And originally, he was going to do the long way around, you know, the mulberry bush and do it the old way. No. No, he's very suspicious, right along with those family members, Cameron included, because I've always said, why is he so quiet? Why we don't know nothing? Still don't know nothing about Cameron. Don't know nothing about him. Don't know where he really resides. Oh, they say Vermont. Really? Does he have a wife? We don't know. they say another lady's name when they speak of the family, right? But then we don't know who she is. We don't know where he lives. We don't know what his story is. For all intents and purposes, he may have done this.
Whoa. Hey, I appreciate the call, Gigi. Thanks for stopping by.
All right, JLR.
And you're always welcome back.
Make sure you get a good look at that picture. I don't know about no shadows.
I saw it. Yeah, I put it up on the screen.
Yeah,
I got it. I'll do it one more time.
It looks very suspicious, like somebody's did something
I
to
think
her
it's
neck.
shadows, but I get what you're saying. I mean, you're saying there's bruises on the neck.
Ain't no other shadows in that picture, but only on her neck, though. But okay.
Yeah,
but we'll see. And when the day comes, I'll call back when they lock you know who up.
Whoa. Hopefully we're here. I'm waiting for perp walk. See you later, Gigi.
I feel like they being the remember when you called Pima County the other day and you asked who's in charge of the case and they said nobody. Like, what do you mean? Like, it's got to be one or the other or together. Which one is it?
Yeah.
So I feel like the feds.
Oh yeah, I did ask, didn't I? I said who's the lead investigator, and they said nobody.
Nobody.
That was interesting. I did ask that. That's another thing I asked.
Yeah.
Can someone clip that for me, because that is important. I didn't even realize I asked that question. She said that was that was it. Nobody is. They're working together.
Nobody.
So who is
that
it?
bothered me. Like, what do you mean nobody? Like, okay, so if I have some hardcore stuff that I'm trying to call to tell, who is the person that's in charge? Like, in every investigation, missing person, whatever, there is a center person who collects all the data from the other people, that's in charge. She's not saying nobody, and that's very suspicious. That would explain a lot of how come things are getting overlooked and missed. If nobody's in charge, everybody just running around looking for stuff. I don't know. It's just absurd, and I feel like Savannah knows, and that's why she went on back home with her life. And I don't like how Hoda was laughing in that video. She was laughing, and it ain't a damn thing funny. I don't get it. I don't know why you would be laughing at the lady talking about her mom going missing, and she possibly is dead. Like, why are you making that smirk? I don't know. It's very weird, suspicious, and I don't like it. But
Thank you.
Easter, JLR.
You too. Be safe out there.
All right, you too.
Bye-bye.
Stay blessed. Bye.
Oh my God, that's a tongue twister there. That's a tongue twister, but thank you. How is no one in charge? I know, right? Alex just texted me. Let's see what Alex has to say. Alex, come on in, Alex. Let's see what Alex has to say. He just texted me. Where is Nancy? Where is Nancy? We're actively looking for Nancy Guthrie, 84 years old, vanished, presumed February 1st, 2026. It is now day 63 since this day started. We're boots on the ground. JLR investigates, taking calls, and, we have been here. Need to speak, please, someone says. James. I want to talk about this timeline, and Nancy's friend corroborated this. Can you call me, please? This would be James.
I was watching you on your way to work.
Judge. All right, Jam Judge. You want to talk about the timeline, Jam Judge? Did we talk before? Because your numbers are saved. Jam Judge. Jam Judge says they want to talk. Timeline.
Hello.
Hi, is this Jam Judge?
Yeah, it's Sally. We talked before.
Hi, Sally. Sally from where?
Arizona.
Sally from Arizona. What's going on?
Okay, so just really quick, there's been a few people in the chat who have heard this and heard it when it was happening. But when you were gone for a time, Alex and Juanita were at Nancy's house, and Nancy's friend Lauren showed up.
Oh.
It was the very first time she had ever shown up. And so, of course, they were talking to her because she was tending the flowers and tidying.
She was there last night, wasn't she? The same one?
Yeah, she's come by a number of times. She's a very, very sweet lady. And so they decided, hey, let's spark up a convo. Who's this lady? And they were talking to her, and she was amazing. And she's like, Alex said to her, were you Nancy's friend? And she said, I still am. And so they got talking, and apparently this lady's fiance died in 2015, and that's how she met Nancy, because they met at a farmer's market, and Lauren was sitting like kind of either like on a curb or something, and she was crying because her fiance had just died. And Nancy walked over to her and was consoling her. And, she gave her a hug and all this stuff. And she said we became instant friends after bonding like that. And so Alex and Juanita were just like riveted by this conversation. But here's where I'm going to tell you, I said last time I talked to you, I'm stuck on the timeline. I think something's fishy, and it really happened earlier than what the public was told. Because while they were talking to Lauren, Alex said something to the effect of, well, what did you think when you heard that she went missing, since you've been her friend for so long? Mm-hmm. And she said it just like this. She goes, well, I went out searching at 4 a.m. after I got the silver alert.
Whoa, what?
She said it just like that. You can go back to Alex's live, and I wish to
4 a.m. What time? 4 a.m. in the what day?
Well, that's it. And that's what I'm saying. I've been trying to tell everybody. I think she really went missing the day before. And when I talked to you last time, I said there was something floating around the internet, and I couldn't establish if it was real or not. But there was some story going around that the missing persons report really went out at 5 p.m. the day before. Now, I don't know if that's true or not. I'm just saying I saw some stuff on the internet, and you know how that goes. But why would she say, and she said it real kind of pissed off. Like, she was like, are you kidding? She said, I was out here searching at 4 a.m. after I got a silver alert.
Yeah.
And they were both looking at each other, and because number one, we had never heard of a silver alert even going out, and number two, 4 a.m. when? Like, we heard about it at noon. Was it really the night before? Now, Lauren has been very genuine, and she cares very much for Nancy. She's out there all the time taking care of the flowers and visiting, over there. And just for her to say, this shows how much she loves Nancy, for her to say, I still am friends with her, as though she's going to continue believing that she's out there somewhere. And it's so sweet.
It's that's interesting, because originally when they put the report out, it also said the 31st that
that's why I was talking to you about the first time I called. I was like, I'm stuck on that because everybody's saying, oh, sheriff misspoke. I don't think he did.
Well, it's also in writing too. There's also a report saying, it originally went out on the 31st, didn't it?
Yeah, right. That's what I think, but I haven't been able to prove that. But there was just chatter all about this missing persons report was at 5 p.m. on the 31st. And that would make total sense also with then Savannah saying, oh, Annie called me at night, and all that. And nobody could kind of figure that out either. So it's just really interesting to me, and anyone on the chat, anyone listening to this channel can go back and hear it for themselves on Alex's live. Unfortunately, I can't remember. I've listened every day to like a number of you streamers. I can't remember what night it was, but it was the very first night Lauren ever showed up on the scene, because she was somebody new, and they were like, ooh, who's that? And at first they thought she was messing with the flowers, and they were going, huh? And it was only Alex and Juanita there. It was getting dark. It was near dusk. And this woman now has become a very close friend of Alex's.
Okay, what's her name? I'm going to ask Alex on his take when I call him.
Her name is Lauren.
Okay.
And tell him it was the very first time him and Juanita ever saw her there. And they thought that she was doing something like nefarious to the flowers, like gonna mess it up. And that's why they kind of went over there that, hey, what's she doing to the flowers? And then she's like, I'm Nancy's friend. And they were like, oh my God. But it is really telling, JLR, if that is true.
Sounds good. Thank you for the call.
You are welcome.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
All right, Lauren. All right, Alex. Corroborate. Let's do some corroboration. Shall we? Corroboration, Alex. He texted me and he was like, I'll talk. I want to talk. But now he's not. Let me just say, hey.
Oh, good. Is she okay, Carmen?
Call ASAP. About Lauren.
Yeah, it's very fishy. The whole thing is.
Lauren.
It's all
Luke,
crazy.
Luke and Lauren. All right. That's Luke and Laura. Remember that? Dun, dun, dun. Let's talk. My name is Trisha. Hold on a second. Somebody's sending me some stuff. What's this? Dun, dun, dun. Look at this. Do this.
Okay, I'm going to let this live down. I'm going to go lay down for just a little bit before I do my craft. Yeah, I know. Her daughter was in an accident. Anyways, I have everything ready for the craft, but I'm going to go lay down for a while because I still am not feeling very good. I should just change it for tomorrow. Whatever. Well, no, tomorrow it's Easter. Maybe Tuesday. Maybe I'll change my craft for Tuesday. Maybe I'll feel better. I hope I better. Ray's going to go get me soup tonight. I thought about it, Carmen, now that you're home, but I just don't feel good. I just feel like crud. This cold is just, ugh. So Ray's going to bring me home some soup tonight, some albundiga soup with the bay leaves and stuff, so hopefully I'll feel better. I think I'm going to change it, Florida Mama Bear, to Tuesday. Got everything out and ready for it. I just don't feel like it. I've been sniffing my nose and sneezing, and my head hurts. I think I'm just going to go lay down and wait for hubby to bring me some soup. Yeah, I'm just going to change the date and time for Tuesday. How does that sound? Because we have bingo Monday. I'll get that set up. Tomorrow's Easter. Ray and I are just going to probably be hanging around here, but Sunday is mine and Rage day, but I'll probably be in bed most of the day unless I start feeling a little better. But anyways, I'll talk to y'all later. Thank you all. I appreciate it. And we will talk to you Monday for bingo. Love y'all. Bye.